Businesses, I've developed it over 10 years. We refurb cars for trade, in-life stuff, so we do all the big lease companies that come in, get refurbed and then go back out on lease. At the minute we do 50 cars a week. Over the next 2 to 3 years I'm hoping to grow the business up to get to about 32 cars a day. It's quite considerably more. This is to grow along with the clients that I use at the minute to keep up with the demand really.
Before we started ActionCOACH, chaotic, and I think we spent all our time working in the business rather than focusing on where we was trying to get to. So we were just working all the hours that we could to keep everything sort of held together. We've done other kinds of business. We've had business advice, we've done courses, so I was a little bit sceptical. Completely different to what I expected. I would recommend it to anybody, definitely. We went on a seminar through our local HSBC bank. So it was an ActionCOACH seminar and that's where we met Mandy. It was different to what I expected, I think, if I'm honest, and really interesting, and certainly made me look at things completely different, both in work and out of work. You know, I'm definitely a lot more organised now, and Mandy's like a mentor as well, so if I've got any problems, she's very calming.
OK Bodyshop have actually been on our group coaching program. So the group coaching model over the last 12 months has enabled them to put in some stability into the business. So particularly focusing on the mastery areas, so helping them to understand what their vision and mission and culture is for the business, getting in better financial information, managing their time, especially Andy and his time, because up to the point where I started coaching them, Andy was doing a lot of the jobs himself, so he's had to step up and become a much better leader, and as a consequence he's had more time back.
We've had a 43% increase in our turnover since we started coaching, so quite impressive. And the profit has gone up 530% since we started coaching. So a real big difference. It's really, really helpful to speak to people who are in the same position that you're in often. You know, well, what would you do in this case? Found that really, really helpful. Just sometimes feels a bit lonely when you're trying to run a business because people don't really understand what it's like unless they do it themselves. So it's really good to meet like-minded people. When we first started, it was just Andy, and then eventually we got to 5 of us over a space of probably 2 to 3 years, and we stuck at 5 people for quite a long time. And then in the last 2 years, we doubled to 10 staff when we moved premises. So there's now 10 of us altogether. It's just amazing. It's, you know, could never have imagined that when we started the coaching. With all the profit, we try to invest heavily back into the business and just keep growing.
I had the preconception that I've built the business, so I know what being a businessman's all about, and you really don't. You know, it opens your eyes to, yeah, it's a bit like once we started coaching with Mandy, I had a lad who was working with me for like 10 years now, and I've made him my manager. So he runs the shop in here. He's not here today, but he runs the shop in here, and then it frees me up to look into what I'm doing with my business and planning for the future and things like that.
I would recommend it to anybody, definitely. Can see results. Takes a while to get into that way of thinking, but once you're on board, brilliant.